how are you?
Hey,
Ashley Timmons with Marathon.
Good to see you.
Good
Pleasure
to see you
Have a
also.
seat. Make yourself at home.
You know, it's been a while.
It has been a while. I haven't seen you since Ohio State lost to Penn State.
Oh.
That took a lot out. You know, I played there. I don't know if you remember.
You played where?
Ohio State.
Oh, did you?
So I go back for all the games.
So you were a little disappointed.
It was a tough loss. But if you're going to lose to anybody, I guess Joe Pa's a good person to lose to. But it was disappointing. Who knows what's going to happen with the rest of this. Are you an athlete? Or
I am. I played soccer and track in high school.
Oh, okay.
So didn't continue into college.
Well, you know what that camaraderie is like, and
absolutely.
You know, all the things that come along with that. Tough loss, but I think we'll come back. We'll see.
You know, I actually went to my first Ohio State game a couple weeks ago, and when I was there, I saw this big Hummer SUV, and on the front was a Michigan player that was kind of bent over, and it looked like the Hummer had hit the Michigan player.
Oh, that's great.
It was so funny.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah, and I guess every game they come to, and they've got the Michigan player on their hood.
Wow, I'll have to find that and get one for
myself. Drive around town with it.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, I know you're busy today, and typically what I would do is I would, see if, I can answer any questions about Marathon. And right now, as you know, we're in a really, really tough economy.
Right.
And so I really want to make sure, that you're very confident in our business. So do you have any questions for me or any concerns about Marathon from a sustainability standpoint?
I'll tell you what, Marathon has always been very good to me, so no real concerns. What I am concerned about, and I know you guys are seeking to address, is credit card fees. It's just, it's hurting me and it's hurting our industry.
Absolutely.
We've been helped a little bit. Prices have come down, and that's lowering the overall cost per transaction, but it still hurts.
Right. Absolutely. Well, hopefully today I can help kind of alleviate some concerns, give you some different options to, again, alleviate that problem.
Okay.
So, but what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you, is really ask you some questions. I want to understand what's going on in your business today to make sure that the program I brought here today really applies to you. So is that okay with you?
Ask away.
Okay. Can you talk to me generally about your customer expectations, especially in this economy, and if you feel they're being met and where those improvements could be, if any?
I think my customers are very pleased. They've been dealing with the same ugly mug for 25 years. I try to be there every day. That's right. That's right. I try to be there every day, look at them in the eye, and make sure we have products that fulfill all of their needs outside of the gas, but the C-store items as well. Right.
Have they done a lot of complaining about gas prices lately? Over the past couple years, actually.
Been a lot of complaining about gas prices, and I've just taught to help them I've sought to help them understand the fact that the higher the prices are, the more they hurt me, especially if they use a credit card.
Right. Okay, very good. And also, can you talk to me about where you're experiencing your most lucrative sales inside your stores? What products?
Hot beverages are always very good. And last year, you sold me that Hunt Brothers thing, and it's gone pretty well. I do not like spending money. Very frugal, but we moved some things around. We got it in, and it's going pretty well. But now that the store is just jam-packed, there's no room for anything else, and I really feel like we should add some means to make additional monies.
Right. And absolutely, and I completely agree. Can you talk about those products and, really, you said they're fast-moving, high sales. Is there a lot of labor that's involved in making those products move off the shelf?
Not necessarily. Obviously, the higher margin stuff is higher labor. Things like hot beverages, Hunt Brothers is more labor-intensive than all the stuff that our vendors just bring. But we have 25 people now, and their sole purpose is to take care of our customers. Having said that, I don't want to give them too many additional responsibilities. I want them to work with every single customer who walks in and feel like they almost have a personal shopper.
You got to focus on the customer.
That's right.
Okay. So, you expressed some concerns about how your store is jam-packed right now from a space perspective, but you do have 25 people, so you're good on labor right now, which is a good thing. Very
24-hour operation, predominantly part-time. So it sounds like a lot of people, but a lot of them are high school kids, and they're doing it in their spare time.
Right. Well, along those lines, are you having high turnover with those people, or pretty consistent?
They've been pretty consistent. Good. Once we get these kids, they like to stay with us, which is nice to see them grow up and mature.
Absolutely. And turnover can be hard, so you're very lucky with not having that problem. Can you tell me, have you ever had an ATM in your store before?
I haven't. I looked at ATMs 3 or 4 years ago, and the cost was just, it was outlandish. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Pat, you know what? I'm gonna need Gosh, about 10 minutes. Is that okay? Why don't you get yourself some soda and chips and we'll talk later. Take care. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
My fuel is here, but we got 10 minutes. Let's
You're
keep
busy.
going.
Okay. So you thought about it 3 to 4 years ago.
I'm sorry. We thought about it a little while back, and unfortunately, we just couldn't afford to have that kind of
Right.
cash outlay. Now there are different entities out there who will give me a free ATM and
Very
just
true.
send me a check. So it's something that we decided to revisit.
Okay, well, and that's really what I'm here for today. I know you've got some space concerns, so bringing in any type of ATM is going to kind of restrict the space in your store. And also, you did mention that you're really concerned about the upfront cost. You're very frugal,
Yep.
and especially in this economy, can't blame you at all.
Yep.
So a few more questions. Can you tell me how your current cash flow is?
Current cash flow, we're in a cash flow business. I can tell you that we sell approximately $25,000 worth of merchandise per month at a 30% margin. A lot of
Very good.
a lot of the profit from that, unfortunately, goes to buy fuel because of my small margin
Right.
on that.
Okay. And you said $25,000 a month. Has that been decreasing based upon the struggles that you're having in the economy, or is that pretty flat, or maybe even increasing?
It's been offset by the Hunt brothers. If you were to take
Right.
that out on a net basis, it would probably be declining.
Okay, good to know. Okay, well, I think I have a good understanding of some of the concerns that you have. So I do want to jump into this product. As you said, you only got a few more minutes left with me.
Sure.
But I do think this is a great product for you. As you said, you're very happy with Hunt's Brothers. I think you'll be equally as happy with this product. It is an ATM USA. I'll go ahead and give you this brochure and allow you to look over it.
Okay.
And the first issue that you said is the financial issue. And I
Right.
know it's a big issue for you. You're very frugal, like you said, so I want to make sure I alleviate all those concerns.
Okay.
And you did make the comment that you could get another ATM for free, and that is always an option. But I think this is a much stronger option, even though the upfront cost is significantly higher.
Okay.
And I say that, I'm going to go ahead and take you through this. The fixed cost of the ATM machine, it is going to cost you $2,400 for the ATM machine itself. However, because it's an exclusive marathon program, it's a lot cheaper than what it would be to any of your competitors down the street that aren't marathon.
Okay.
Okay, there's an installation fee of $600, and then an average maintenance fee per month of $2,500.
Okay.
So I know you're thinking red flag. That's a lot of money right now. I
It
don't want
is
to
a red
spend that.
flag in this economy. That's going to be tough
Absolutely.
versus the alternative.
Let me show you why you want to go with this one, though.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go over the alternatives briefly, and then we'll kind of jump into this, just so you know the comparison factors.
Sure.
You have two other options when getting an ATM aside from ATM USA. You could go with a major bank ATM, and you would just get a flat income of $100 a month. Okay, so don't have to pay anything up
That
front.
sounds about right.
$100 a month.
Yep.
Sounds great. Okay, you can get a secondary ATM, which is an unbranded ATM, not tied to any bank, and you get an average income of $1 per transaction. And we average, based upon what we're seeing in our current marathon stores, 157 transactions a month.
Okay.
So $157 a month.
bucks.
And again, you're not paying any upfront costs. Sounds great. However, these ATMs are 5 square feet. So they're going to take up more space in your store.
How large is yours?
The ATM I'm providing you today is only 3 square feet. However, I want to go over how much money you can make on these ATMs.
Okay.
Because this is where the strong benefit is. Yes, it's smaller. It's going to save you space in your store. Also a stronger income associated with this.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to skip down here to option 2. We've seen this in a few of our marathon stores. It's a very new program, but we've seen it in a few stores. Like I said, we recommend charging an ATM fee to your customers of $2.